Hey everybody, Andrew here. Just wanted to say I hope everyone is safe and healthy as the world starts opening up again. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor Arknight, whose maps, props, and minis bring our game to life. Also to Gordon McAlpin for doing our show art, and to Michaela Garrison for her amazing editing of our show. And for putting up with all the chewing. A special shout out to KiloWhat and her awesome fan art of our show, which you can find on our Twitter page and Instagram link below. In standing in solidarity with Black Lives Matter, we'd like to highlight a Black-created D&D actual play stream and now podcast Rivals of Waterdeep. You can find them over at rivalsofwaterdeep.com. And as always, to you, our listeners, thank you for journeying with us as we continue to quest both in this game and out in the world we're all trying to navigate in our own ways. We love you all. Now, let's get to it.
Friends, fiends, I see that you have prepared for my arrival and filled multiple tubs with ale. No one has ever done anything that nice for me before. It's making me just a little bit emotional. Let me repay you in kind with a story. After burying his mentor, Yewsiff learned some interesting information from a tamed mimic with a penchant for riddles. We begin today with an approaching threat. Although, with these badasses, I think maybe it's the threat that should be worried. Let's jump right into these Demon Days.
So, John, I got a 25 stealth up the stairs and towards the door.
Okay, hold on.
As we're making our way up, John, I'm going to ask Gallahan what he sees.
Okay.
I will also use my bird. I'll stop for a second on the stairs and go blind. And then,
I only got a 12.
Okay.
If I see Taz doing that, I will go back down and put her hand on my shoulder, and then I'll start walking up again.
Okay. Just from Fetter's stealth, the bird, and as you guys are cautiously making your way and getting some visibility, Fetter and Tazlin, you notice a few unfamiliar different characters wandering around, just kind of looting through stuff, some with their swords pushing debris aside. They look more like bandits or brigands, and you see them kind of wandering about. Fetter and Tazlin, you see a half-elf male, pale, long, dark hair, braided back, angry face. You see a human male, hardy military type with blonde hair, a bit aged on the face. And you see another human male that looks very wild-eyed and bare-skinned, like berserker man type. Looks like he's been out in the wilderness for a while. And a half-elf female wandering around with some pale skin and curly red hair and a green tattered dress. You see them digging through stuff, looking around. They're cautiously going about it. You can tell they're aware of the ship over there, so they're trying to evade notice, but they're also tripping over some things and making some noise. The ship, no one on the ship is noticing anything. You guys can tell. You guys clearly have the advantage in terms of what you see and knowing where they are.
John, I want to try to, I'll turn around and try to, are we all in essentially by the trap door at this point?
Right.
I'll try to just look at everybody and do hand signals and then kind of point different places as far as where they kind of are.
Sure.
And I'm just going to kind of give a shrug, pull out my knives, and I'm going to try to sneak over behind the one closest to me.
Okay. The military type, the blonde-haired, aged guy who looks Fetter, from just seeing how he carries himself, you would assume he's some sort of a captain or was a captain or had some background in military. Looks more like a leader type.
Can I do eye for detail to try to find out something about him?
Sure.
So that is a 16. Just looking him over. Is there anything telling as far as standard issue brigand? What's his kind of composure? What do we...
Yeah, some of the, from your roll and combined with the perception, some of the armor that he's wearing, some of it is older Dominion issue. And the only reason you know it is because some of that is very distinct in terms of its shaping, distinctly like made from just like an assembly line, but still like, okay, there's a greave of, okay, there's a belt, there's some armor plating and things like that, but all kind of mishmash, and some not from Dominion. And you do see, though, as he'll turn around a little bit as he's walking and pacing, and on his chest there's military colors from the Dominion that would denote a rank, but cut and singed, as if like a disgraced or fallen sort of, you've been let go dishonorably sort of thing. Or it was self-inflicted, as in, I'm leaving, I hate this, goodbye, I'm going to crime.
Right.
Cutting it myself. So it could be either way.
Yeah.
You're not sure if the Dominion does that to their ne'er-do-wells. But
I'm looking back towards everybody else for one last chance to stop me, and then I'm going to fucking light this fucker up.
I give you a thumbs up.
I kind of like tap Yewsiff. The bird will fly over on Yewsiff's shoulder, kind of look at him, and tilt its head, very kind of meaning like, it's up to you. What do you want to do?
I'll kind of sign language to Feder, like, to hide. So, like, go behind a wall so they don't know
Sure.
you're there, but...
All right, yeah, so I'm going to roll out into stealth to the corner of that building, and my ready to action essentially is anything pops off, and there's 2 daggers heading into this captain.
Okay.
From my hidden position.
Yeah, they're just kind of doing a general series of movements. They're walking around. This guy's here. They're just doing basic irregular patrols at this point, just kind of looking through stuff, and they seem a little disappointed with the lack of stuff they're seeing. The grizzly man type, he's just like, fucking anything? Captain's like, keep looking. And he does move into your line, Feder, and starts to kind of glance in the direction of where everyone else is as he's doing his turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to step forward so he doesn't look towards Feder.
Okay. And do you want him to notice you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I walk out.
He seems pretty collected. Everyone else is alert. They train their various weapons. I see. So you got here first. I take it you found nothing?
Who are you?
Simple brigands. We're here for anything that's left.
Do I recognize this guy, since, like, part of the reason I am who I am is because I helped fight these guys off in large numbers? Does this guy look familiar to me at all?
Do a history.
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Yep.
You may have actually seen him on a few times of defending this place, but then you might have remembered him more as an actual Dominion captain. You kind of have to squint a little bit and imagine him with an actual helmet on and better, like, cleaner colors. But he was a particularly mean one. But you guys never got to fight.
Okay.
In any of the skirmishes. He was always trying to find sneaky ways in, and he was a little bit more. Not cowardly is not the right word.
Dirty fighter. I remember you. But you had rank then.
Yeah. No, we parted ways, he says with a wry smile.
I see.
Military life did not sit with me.
I can imagine it didn't. It had order in some form. You can leave now and not come back, or you can stay here forever. The choice is yours. I'm going to intimidate.
Okay.
Oh, God.
It's another nat 20.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you rolled a 1. I was like,
No. This die is hot. That's another nat 20.
Another nat 20?
Yeah.
He...
Like... I don't know if you can see it or not.
Cannot. But we believe you.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, man, all I got was a little 4 there. He averts his gaze from yours. He can't hold the look. He turns around. I guess our time here is over, folks. Nothing to see here. And you just hear all the other 3 just swear a storm. Even the mage. Oh, fuck. The grizzly man's like, the grizzly fella, he's eyeing Yewsiff just like, oh, like he's on a leash. Let me go, I'll stab him with my axe.
I say, if you feel like fighting the Red Devil of Dagna Roos, and I clap my hands together above me, And as I pull him out, a flame blade appears. And I just hold it at my side. I'm like, you are more than welcome, but you will not walk away from this ground. I guarantee it.
The half-elf who had more of an archer type, the black-haired one, he's like, fuck this. And he just, he starts walking away. The mage is like, she sighs, fine. And with the other guy, the military type, he turns and walks away. He gives one last glance behind his back, just because he knows how he would have done to anyone turning his back. I guess we'll see you never. And they start to slowly make their way about. The grizzly man, he's so conflicted because big men want axe stab, but
if he's still looking at me, I'm just gonna say, do not doubt me.
The second he makes an offensive motion, like more than just thinking about it, he's getting 2 daggers. Like,
yeah, the captain is like, come on, Festus. There's other fish we can fry, other places we can go.
I walk close enough that I can like stage whisper to Yewsiff and be like, Bunky could have a meal. He said he wasn't hungry, but like, Bunky, it's an option.
I'm like, that's the blackout plan.
Oh, okay.
So I rolled for restraint, physical self-restraint for Festus. And you can see it here on the audience. He rolled a 1.
Okay.
And this bastard, he screams, and everyone, the other 3 just turn him and their eyes go wide as he charges Yewsiff, and we'll roll initiative.
yeah, as soon as he gets right there, there's 2 daggers in him.
Okay, so let me get this set up.
And John, am I getting my held action up?
I rolled a natural 20, so I got a 22. Johnny was holding too, because he said the minute. So do we want him to roll his attack first?
Yeah, so after we do the initiative, just so I can get it set up, I'll have you do your readied action first before the combat starts, because he would have made it there before the combat officially started.
Okay, I rolled an 11.
Taslin, 17. Yewsiff, 14. All right, so then that's Lace's turn first, but first, before that, by the time combat starts, Festus would have made it within a range of Fetter's held action. So let's do that first before the top of the round.
Okay, so 2 daggers come out of the vest and just... And that is we're looking at a 15 and an 18 to hit, John.
Both hit.
As I was hidden, I'm going to roll sneak attack on the 1 as well. So let's see, that is 10, 16... So it's 19 on the first one, John.
Okay.
And that is a 5 on the second one.
Those blades make their way in, and they're lodged deep in there. He grunts, but you sense that he's just so blind with rage and bloodlust that he's not physically showing it on his face, but the wounds are deep. Mm-hmm. So you got him good.
Cool.
And that begins our round of now we begin the combat with Lisa.
All right, so Lace is going to run up here to him. She's going to pull out her Staff of Thunder and Lightning, and she is going to use Lightning Strike. So
Very frightening.
Oh,
that means she's going to hit both of these motherfuckers. They have to make a DC 17 dex save, and then I got to pull out some D6s.
hot damn. Hot damn.
Who all has to do the save, or who?
The axe guy, and then the little fellow with the sword and the shield that's right in the same line as him.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I think he was like the captain fella.
I do feel bad for that guy because they were leaving.
Don't care.
It was just the one dude.
All right. So
Lace is a big fan of preventative medicine.
what was the save? What was the save they had to make?
17 dex.
Yeah, neither of them make it.
Okay, well, give me just a second. This is a lot of D6s.
Yes.
Oh,
Welcome to the old world of warlocks and eldritch blasts. It's so much fun.
yeah.
Just a handful of dice.
No, these guys, they could have gotten away. They could have left. Frickin' Festus here.
27 damage.
Jeez. 27 damage. For both of them?
Yeah.
Is that a dex save, Sam?
Yeah.
That they have to do for that, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, they rolled pretty shitty.
And then
And then, the lightning blast just tears through them. If the bear skins and the animal skins on this berserker's body weren't so moist with sweat, they would have all just been lit on fire. So it's all singed and assaulted with a smell of burning wet, singed wet fur, and he just howls. And the other guy, the captain type, he kind of shakes a bit, and because he's got a shield, a metallic sword, some metal plate armor, so he gets zapped pretty good.
Are they both alive?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's just unacceptable. So then I've got another attack, obviously.
Sure. The berserker guy, he is not in a very good way though.
I don't care. I'm gonna hit him with my staff. I'm gonna hit him with the staff of thunder and lightning now. 18 plus 7. That's a 25 to hit.
That does hit.
Cool. So that's 8 points of damage.
Ooh, he's barely holding on. He's got probably one more good
Well, that's
hit like
good,
that.
'cause I have a bonus action, and I'm gonna do flurry of blows.
While you're rolling, just to give you an idea of this guy's face, if you saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he's taser face.
Okay, so on that flurry of blows, this is so embarrassing. I rolled a nat 1 and then a 9.
No.
You got overexcited, Lisa.
I know, so then I'm just gonna spend a key point and do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Because
This guy, this Festus, is just, his eyes are wide as you're doing all these attacks. Some are missing, but he's not, he's just in shock. Absolute shock.
Oh, and then I got a natural 20 and a 6.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so, one moment.
If only I'd rolled a little bit better on that restraint, he wouldn't have.
You know, he's just a dumb bitch, so, you know.
Oh yeah.
9.
18 attacks.
9 points of damage. Is he dead yet?
Do you have a kick somewhere in your flurry of blows for the last little?
Oh yeah,
bit?
flurry of blows is always like my tail and my feet because I'm holding 2 staves.
Sure. The last one of whatever those are.
Several roundhouses.
Yeah, your last kick just completely knocks his head right off of its body. So, it goes flying, and within a round, he's done.
And I'm just gonna yell at the others. I'm gonna be like, will you fucking run now? And that's my turn.
He did. Going, and that's your turn. That leaves us with Tazlin next.
Yeah, I'm gonna step up next to Lisa, and as I'm doing that, from one hand, my Eldritch Blast starts to glow and then lengthens into a spear. And I hold it like I'm about to throw it, and then in the other hand, it's still glowing like I have another Eldritch Blast, and I'm just kind of holding that out. And Shenzo comes up next to me and is all super panther-y buff. And I yell out to them, and I'm like, leave now. And I'm gonna ready my action in case they don't, but I'm also gonna persuade. Not the greatest, but that is a 17 to persuade for them to leave.
Okay.
Should she also have advantage since I literally just kicked their friend's head off?
True.
Yeah. Take advantage of that. I'm adding Shenzoban to this.
So then that would be a 25 to persuade. And then Shenzo is gonna roar at them.
Okay.
And kind of get ready to run and pounce if they don't move.
Okay.
And so I'll ready my other action in case they don't. Or I'll ready my attack action if they don't leave.
Okay. All right. So up next is the military type guy, and he was singed, and you see a brief bit of conflict in his mind, and then kind of a, oh fuck. And he moves forward. He's
moving forward?
He's going forward. He's going to...
All right, that means both my Eldritch Blasts are gonna go off in his face.
It's the last mistake you'll ever make.
Yeah, so as he moves forward, blast those blasts.
Okay. And then after me, Shenzo's gonna run at him.
Okay.
That is, let's see.
So since this is a reaction, Shenzo's is also the reaction too, right?
Well, he held his action for the same.
Oh, he held his action?
If they didn't run, he was gonna take it.
Okay.
Much like I did. So that is a 26 to hit on the first one,
Yep.
and then a 17 to hit on the second one.
Yeah, both hit.
That is a 11 on the first attack, and then a 12 on the second. So spear to the chest, and then blast.
Yeah, both go like push through him, and yeah, he's not looking so good.
And then Shenzo's running at him.
Okay.
Shenzo got a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
So he needs to make a strength save.
Strength save. 12?
Nope. So he gets hit by the 2 Eldritch Blasts in the face, and then all of a sudden there's a panther leaping at him.
Okay.
Bears down on him, takes him to the ground, and he is going to hit him. Let me see. Hold on. What is it? It's a D8. Okay. So he's going to slash as he's bearing him down, which that's going to be a 9. And then because he took him to the ground, which is prone, he'll get an extra bite attack.
Okay.
Which that one was a 23.
Yeah.
And another 9 points.
All right. And then Shenzoban bites into his neck and kills him dead.
I'm just like, told you should have left.
Which brings us to Yewsiff.
Yewsiff's going to get to here. And then, so you said one's a mage and then the other one is an archer?
Yeah.
So I'm going to move to here and then I'm going to dash to here.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to get right in her face and say, what were you looking for?
Okay. And that's your turn? Or do you
Intimidate her.
I mean, I would, but I don't have an action to do it. Because I moved and then I dashed as my bonus action. Or as my action to get to her. So.
Yeah. Although considering what the two of them have seen, I would be like...
I mean, yeah, I just intimidated with a nat 20 the previous round, and you guys just...
Yeah.
Crushed their big hitter and I'm guessing their tactics.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get right in the mage's face and ask, what were you looking for? I won't ask again because either you're not going to tell me or you won't be able to. Your choice.
Her eyes are very wide as you do that. And both of theirs are, you can tell from your periphery. And it's both of their turns next, so in response, she would stammer out, just criminals. Just criminals. And you hear, yeah.
I didn't ask about you. I asked what you were looking for.
Anything of value.
Leave and don't come back. Pretend this place is still warded, because it is.
Okay.
You're looking at it. Get out!
And for her action, since that was just her speaking, she's going to Misty Step out of there.
Okay.
She's on her way out, and the other guy, with his turn, I'm putting the two of them together, he's going to hesitate, but then leave. And they start making a break for it. For their...
If he hesitates, I'm just going to look at him.
Yeah, that look, he couldn't deal with it. That's their turn, they're fleeing, so you can follow behind. It's Fetter's turn next after theirs, or you can let them be. And this combat can be pretty short and sweet.
I'll look at Yewsiff and be like, they've seen the ship, Yewsiff, and they've seen us.
Something tells me they're not going to go running to tell anybody about it.
Okay.
And not that far. You guys could still take them.
I'll leave it up to you.
No, I mean, this is Yewsiff's town, right? Like, I'm giving him, because I'm ready to fucking chase these fuckers down and murder them, just because I'm in a mood. But if he thinks this is best, I'll default to his. So I'm giving him the shot. Like, I'm twirling a knife in my hand, and I'm looking at the fucking archer, and I'm giving him a chance to tell me not to.
I'm readying more spears just in case.
Remind me, I mean, like, if are we trying to keep the ship quiet?
Yeah, the Dominion wants the ship, right? Like, The Dominion, the ship is overdue to meet the Dominion. We're wanted by the Dominion, more, by in some degree. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like I'm all about tying up loose ends at the moment, but I'm gonna let Yewsiff. I'm waiting on a nod from him one way or the other.
Yewsiff, just as a pause in the combat, do a quick. I'm gonna place this under a history check. This is like a flash thing that may change, but may help you decide, or it might not.
16.
16? You can hear in the back of your mind Chesterfield's voice saying, fuck him. And it's a flash to a very early memory of justice, a discussion of justice, revenge, retribution, mercy. And scenarios like this would come up. And Chesterfield was more of, they played the cards and they lost. This one's easy, sort of thing. But you didn't agree with him back in the time, but there's a lot of other complex emotions going on in your mind during this.
Yeah, it's definitely whether or not he as a paladin thinks this is just.
Right.
Or whether or not...
You can probably guess what your current, friendly deity might think about it, but you've also not been around her enough to know.
I'm waiting like a runner on the blocks. Like, I am down, ready. Like, the second Yewsiff nods one way or the other, I am moving.
I think that, the ancients... Well, considering it's the ancients, yeah, you know what? Nature's brutal. You make dumb decisions,
okay.
You pay for it. And this is also part of, some type of vengeance that Chesterfield can get. So, yeah, he nods it. He nods to Feder.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moral dilemma of being a paladin.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Lawful evil, motherfucker.
Make sure
double move.
You're ready when you sign up for it.
Double move to dash. And I am just trying to, essentially just, dagger first into this archer. And I want to try to, I have no great incentive to do it, but I want to try to trip him up or take him to the ground. I'd love to just try to barrel into him.
Barrel into him?
But I rolled.
I could totally see, anime running up to next to him and then just sliding past him with.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what? I've got 5 feet extra. I'm going to go to the other side of him. Yeah, and just the dagger is turned around behind me. It's, not dagger out, but dagger back. And then I just run past him. And there's just that moment of and it's a...
With the splatter.
And that's a 18 to hit.
That does it.
Are you hitting him high or are you hitting him low, Johnny? Because that would be great if you went low and totally hamstringed
Oh no,
him.
I'm going low. I'm trying to hit a leg artery. And it's only a 7, just because there's no way I got sneak attack on that. But yeah, and I just want to get on the other side of him and just bare my fucking teeth at him, and we're gonna party. We're gonna have a minute, he and I.
Okay.
But I definitely want to be in his melee range. I'm up on him.
Yeah, even though you end up not doing a lot of damage, you do stop him. And he's abruptly stopped from his fleeing. You got a nice little chunk out of him, but he is now oh, this is it. I thought he was running but not expecting to be followed. That leaves us with Lisa.
Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my movement and then spend a key point to use Step of the Wind so that I'm in this motherfucker's melee range.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna smack him with my Staff of Thunder and Lightning. Oh, neat. That is a 23.
Yeah. No, she's not wearing any armor. She's got, yep, you hit.
Okay, well that's 5 points of damage, and then I'm gonna do it again. This time with the gnarled obsidian staff, just to change it up a bit.
Sure.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yeah. Fuck him.
No one's good here.
I keep being roll to confirm, and then I remember you don't have to do that in 5e.
Nope.
So that's another
Fuck that
9
shit.
points of damage. And then I suppose I need to roll my percentile dice. 75.
Yeah, you take 2 hit points. You get a jolt from it.
Well, guess what? I killed someone in front of me, so I already had 7 bonus hit points, so I'm basically undamaged. And then I'm gonna do, as my bonus action, Flurry of Blows.
It'll be a while before their turn.
Yeah. So that's a 24 and a 15.
Both hit. Mages are squishy. They don't got no armor.
A 4 plus a 7. So that's 11 points total of damage.
Oh, she's in rough shape. Each hit, she can barely turn around to meet you with all your attacks, and she's as you're getting in hits in all the vital places and wearing her down.
I kind of look around and I see, like, she's pretty rough, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend one more key point and then just
Yes.
do flurry of blows again.
Death machine.
Okay, so that's a 14 and a 15.
Yeah.
They both hit.
Oh yeah.
She probably only has 13 AC.
Neat. That's
You're one off.
14 total points of damage.
14. Whatever deity she worships and whatever magic she uses and whatever just chance there is, she's holding on by a thread. You've got her down on her knees now, and any hit from anyone of any kind would do her in. Her face is all blood starting to pour out from her mouth, and her wounds and singe marks just, there's barely any life left in her. It is pathetic and sad.
Is it okay if I spend one more key point and just hit her again?
Go for it.
Yes. Yes. Monks.
So I
You can
rolled.
see
I rolled an 18 on one of them.
yeah, the 18 does hit. You don't even have to roll damage because
Okay.
1 hit point left. You even see a tear just as the bloodshot eyes as, you deliver one final just and knock her to the ground. And you hear a crunch as her head hits the ground from your impact.
Nice. I gain another 7 temporary hit points.
And so she did. She's not having a turn anymore. That leaves us with Taslin and her pet.
I do kind of like the Spartan javelin throw with each
Okay.
hand. Doing my 2 like spears because they can hit up to 120 feet, and this person is 65 feet away from me.
Yeah.
First one is a 24
Yeah.
hit. Second one is a nat 20.
Yep.
First one is, oh my god, basic math. Now I can hear Drew judging me from across the screen.
But you can't see it.
It is 13.
13 damage for the first one or just total?
13 damage for the first one.
Okay. First one pierces through them and goes through. Feder, it misses Feder. But Feder, you're like, whoa, geez, as the bolt goes through.
I probably would have dissipated the second it went through because they're magic.
Yeah, you probably, if anything, Feder saw it go in and it thought, like, it looks like it was going to go through.
Yeah.
And then
the second one is I double the damage, so 21? Yeah. 16 plus 5 is 21. Yep.
all right. Yeah, they both go through, and he looks in a rough shape. I would say probably bloodied. And he spurts out blood as each one has gone through them. Missing Feder's suit, but yeah, he's
Whatever, I'll clean that shit up later. I don't give a shit.
And Shenzo is just gonna like chill out because he can't really get to either of them. So.
All right.
Yep.
Which finally gets us to the archer himself, which, since he's close to Feder and he's been disoriented because of Feder's attack and Taslin's double blast, he's going to use he's going to pull out a short sword from his holster and from his sheath and attack Feder. All right. He rolled a 23.
Cool. Uncanny dodge.
Okay, dodge.
Yeah. And I'm weaving at this guy and like looking at him as he like fumbles with his short sword. Like, come on, buddy, let's go.
Yeah, his eyes are a bit glassy from the 2 blasts and all that. So uncanny dodge is just completely dodging it, correct, or is it just reducing
No,
it?
I half it.
Okay, so you take about 3 damage in total, barely any.
I just kind of cackle at him.
Yeah, if anything, it's just annoying that the blade kind of cuts into your nice suit a little bit, and that's more annoying than the actual scratch, essentially, you get from his attack. He's not doing well with the blade at this time. That would bring us to Yewsiff.
Oh, God. Okay, so nat 20.
Our dice are loving tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently. And the other one is does a 13 hit him?
No, 13 does not.
Wait, do I have advantage? Since Fetter's on the
Yeah,
other
you're
side of
flanking,
him?
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Flanking, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's 2 crits. Because the second roll was a 19 and a 20.
All right.
So, hang on. I need some dice.
This is hilarious. No, these guys had no idea what they were up against. The captain probably did. He probably knew what was going to happen, and he just went with it anyways. The other 3, there's no way they would have known what hit them.
The first hit is 22 points of fire damage, and the second hit is 15 points of fire damage, so 37 total.
Amazing.
I just rolled 12d6. That is insane.
And that, my friends, is the combat. They are all dead. With a last, Yewsiff comes in just all righteous fury, and the last thing you hear from this archer is just a terrified yelp and a lot of blood splatter. And he goes down.
Ah,
I'm going back to the ship, and Lisa kind of does a big flex because she's got 10 extra hit points of shit running through her right now.
just like,
Yeah, she's just
And he's probably gonna go fuck Metal Arm.
Or the Genasi.
I'm just gonna casually oh, it's so fun. I'm gonna loot some bodies and
yeah.
see if there's any money on them.
Yeah, I would say.
Yewsiff kind of brings down his arm from the last attack, and the flame just kind of flickers out of space.
Yeah, and Yewsiff, as this archer fellow, the last of these brigands, dies, you do think back to that very same conversation, or not even that conversation, just others in the past with Chesterfield and morality and all that. And even with this, it's just this is how it works. And there's that moment, you just think about that. You don't necessarily agree with it, but Chesterfield probably would have condoned this, but you're not. Yeah, it's a very conflicting feeling. But other than that, yeah,
there's a reason I didn't use the holy sword.
yeah. But here lies just random brigands who decided to try their luck, and they fell to the cards they were dealt. They were overmatched. So yeah, Lisa heads back, and
Had I not seen this guy before, if I had not defended this place against him before, it might have gone differently, but
yeah,
possibly not as well.
yeah.
Yewsiff, don't think about it too much, man. Sometimes people get fucked. You know what I mean? Hopefully their souls are drifting off to somewhere in Avernus, and they're doing better work down there than they ever did here. As I'm rifling through pockets.
Yewsiff, you find about actually a nice little haul. Between them all, about 100 gold.
Fantastic. I'll split it up between everybody.
It's really nice of you, since I just left to go get laid.
Yeah, I'll save your.
She's meditating real hard.
Well, there's a fire Genasi. I've got fire resistance and 10 extra hit points. Shit is going to get
it's gonna get weird.
What? You're not piling both of them together?
Just right in the fire hole.
Fire Genasi, Metal Arm guy, yeah.
I feel like he's a little bit
Not as fun.
not ready
Yeah.
for threesomes. Not ready. He's just not there.
Lisa has a very good read on Klekta.
This is the 103 level meditation course. He's gonna have to take remedial to catch up. He's definitely gonna be in summer school.
Yep.
Yeah. Once we get the hall, I'm gonna be well, anything else here, Yewsiff? Can we head on our way? Miles to go before we sleep and all that.
Yeah, I'll be up in a minute.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just pirate my way up the rope.
Sure. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, I probably not long after Lisa went up to the ship while pockets were being rifled and everything, and just kind of the second I crawl over the railing, just kind of slowly collapse down and just sit there.
And yeah, Drago's been chilling at that area, just watching for you guys to return, and seeing you crawl over. He doesn't do what others might and ask, "Are you okay?" or get all fussy with too many questions. He just nods.
I don't really respond. And Fetter,
Sure.
You're coming up.
Yeah, I'm probably the next one up, and I'm just grab the rope, kip off a couple roofs, and then just kind of acrobatically, almost like in silk performers, how they wrap themselves up as they climb.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Fiance.
Yeah.
Welcome back, he says to you.
And I'm just like, yeah, good workout, you know? You gotta, fuck. Goddamn suit got ripped. All right, well, I'll fix that later, but...
Drago kind of smirks. Yeah, I see you guys did some cleanup.
Yeah, man. Too many bad actors around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't let him go.
Yep.
And he nods to you, a deeper nod, and he turns, thinking like, yeah, you guys got it. You guys are gonna make it back just fine. And he goes back to resuming his duties. Yewsiff, you're still there at the site?
Yeah, he's gonna, before they leave, he's gonna go back up to the ship. He's gonna get his old greatsword, the one that Chesterfield had made for him, because it had like a gnome motif, and he's just gonna go back to his grave and he's gonna put that in the ground as like a headstone.
Okay.
And just kind of say his last goodbyes, and then he'll head back to the ship.
Go ahead and make destiny your bitch, you hear as you walk back.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of nods as he heads back.
And you guys make your way back up into the ship. Horatio checks in with you all, with Drago, and make sure everything's okay, that there's not anything concerning that they have to deal with.
No, thanks for stopping, Captain. We appreciate it. I think we can head on our way.
Very good. And we shall. And the bell rings, the ship gets back up to flying altitude, and it starts to make its way toward the Varash Day.
Those bandits were none too smart, and now they're none too alive. Let's hope that will be a lesson to any future looters of Dagna Roos. The place may have been sacked, but it's still quite defended. Now, Yewsiff never told me if they fed those bodies to Bunky the Mimic, but come on. He was so nice. And what's a little bit of criminal among friends? Anyway, I gotta go. 10 tubs of ale are no joke. I'll be back in about a week's time to fill you in on more of these demon days.